Wall Street shuts down at 4 p.m., but what if I told you there's a way to trade stocks at midnight, 3 a.m., even on Sundays? Imagine news breaks after the market closes, and instead of waiting, you can jump in instantly. Well, that's what tokenized stocks allow you to do. And the best part, we have access to some algos that are crushing simple buy and hold strategies on names like Tesla and Nvidia. I'll be covering those strategies closer to the end of this video, so stay tuned. Here we go. All right, so here you can see this is a company that has basically tokenized stocks, okay? And this is called XStocks, and you can buy these XStocks basically on Kraken, I think Coinbase now. But you can also buy it in some decentralized places. I'm going to show you here in a little bit. But look at the stocks that are currently available to buy. I mean, you have all of these stocks, some of your best ones, you know, Circle, Coin, man, you name it, they've got it. Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan Chase. I wouldn't buy any of those. Meta, Microsoft, MicroStrategy, Oracle. I mean, some of the biggest brand names in the stock market you can buy. Tesla. This is a really, really exciting time because what they've done is they basically have taken money, bought those stocks, they hold them in a reserve, and then they create a tokenized stock with that token that's basically been backed by the actual stock. And you're now able to buy that again on multiple different places. In fact, it shows right here, you can see Kraken, Gate, BitGet, KuCoin, LBank, OKX wallet, Bybit. You're able to, this is really cool that you can buy it at all of these different exchanges. Now, another type of tokenized asset, it's not necessarily backed, but it's a derivative, okay, meaning it's pegged to the price, is here on Gains. And Gains has just added, they have about 14 stocks currently. You have Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, GME, Google, McDonald's, Meta, Microsoft, Netflix, PayPal, all of these you can buy here. And you can, the best part about it is you can leverage trade. The other way you couldn't leverage trade them, it would just be buying them spot. So if I wanted McDonald's, I would just buy McDonald's, right? And I would just hold one McDonald's share. But here you could leverage trade all the way up to 50x leverage for NVIDIA. And this is one of the ones that like, I'm trading, and I'm going to show you the results, recent results that are really, really cool that I think you'd be really interested in. Now, there's also DeFi where you can actually buy these tokens and have them held in your crypto wallet, all right? So like the other ones, you would be buying like the ones from Kraken or OKX or Bybit. That's held on their exchange. They hold those tokens for you. Here, you buy these and it's on the Solana network, so you hold it in your Solana wallet, okay? So this is really cool because, you know, especially for people who want access to stocks throughout the world where it's not really easy for them to get access to like a brokerage, or maybe they're not able to because they live in Timbuktu or whatever. Well, now all they have to do is connect their wallet, have a little bit of USDC or Solana or USDT, and boom, you're off to buying whatever you want. So here you can buy, you know, a lot of these stocks, but it's not like you can go and buy like all of the ones that they've listed here. You know, I think they have access to like Tesla, Amazon, NVIDIA, but it is limited. It's not going to be the whole gambit of them. Let's see if they have NVIDIA. Yeah, right here, XStock, NVIDIA. So you can buy that here. Okay, real quick, before we dive deeper, I've got something you don't want to miss. On August 30th and 31st, we're hosting a 2-day event called the Passive Income Playbook. This is where we pull back the curtain and show you exactly how people are generating consistent cash flow through crypto, DeFi, and other strategies that most investors don't even know exist yet. It's not theory, guys and gals. These are the same strategies that are already working right now, even in a volatile market, which has been crazy. So seats are limited. Go lock your spot up right now. The link is in the description. I will see you there. All right, let's jump back in. Okay, So let's talk about some of the algorithms. And again, we're going to talk about these algorithms more in depth, and we're going to be showing you how you can actually participate with these algorithms for tokenized stocks. Or if you don't want to do tokenized stocks, you can actually use these algorithms like in your brokerage. You can use it for your 401k. We can even show you how to do your self-guided 401k where you don't have to be like part of some group, and you can manage it and get into like more exotic things. So like if you want to hold on to your own stocks in your wallet, you can do that. But you need a strategy, because like just buying and holding, I'm going to show you here, is not the way to go. All right. There's just too many complications. So you can see right here, you've got NVIDIA, and I actually just traded this. It took me about 2.5 months to get out of this trade, but within 2.5 months, I was able to make 60%. All right. And I was able to cash in that 60%, not just like, oh, okay, I'm up 60%, but hopefully it stays here and then it drops down by half, right? No, I had this strategy, and you can see here, these like when it's really green right here, all right, that means these trades are in, and when it's gray, it means we're out. Not every trade is going to be profitable. In fact, you can see here, profitable trades are 34.88%, meaning only 38% of the time your trades are profitable. So you may be like, well, how is that? How can I make money? Well, the ones that win make way more money than the ones that lose way less money. So we cut our losers short and we let our winners run. Okay. And you can see there's not that many amount of trades. This was from November of 2021 to August of 2025. And right here, the max drawdown was 20%. And the return was 1,180%. So let's say, for instance, if I would have invested $1,000, I'd now have basically close to $12,000 in return. And this is within the last 5 years. Okay. Now, we're not here for a piddly $12,000, right? I'm just giving you an example. All right. And in my opinion, you want a dollar cost average into this strategy. Okay. But you can see here, again, this is how it's run up. So this green line, this is what it's done compared to a buy and hold. All right. So this is way better of a return. You can see this chasm here. Now, patience is everything here. Patience and consistency. Okay. Because if you take a look here, very, very short amount of time, like buying and holding may have been a better option during that one time. But once NVIDIA started going down and you were either shorting the market, meaning you were betting that NVIDIA was going to go down, you now started to run away. All right. And there's been a couple of times here that you can see here that it's gone down and you caught some of that downward momentum. Okay. And a lot of people are saying that NVIDIA right now is in a bubble. It's the most expensive company in the world. It's worth the most amount of money. People are saying that it can't sustain this. So do you want to be in there and like watch yourself go all the way down? No way. Like I think from here to here alone was like a 50% drawdown, and you don't want that. Like that hurts. That really, really hurts. So the max drawdown here was 19.97. And if you were to, let's say, like leverage trade this at 1.5x, you would have been looking at about a 17x return or 1,700% return if you would have used like gains, let's say, for instance, to make that happen. All right, our next one is Tesla. So Tesla is, this is a really good example of like being super duper patient, okay? Like if you would have invested in Tesla back in November of 2021, all right, and you would have held, look at it. This is like crypto market type drawdowns, okay? You would have had to stomach a 76% loss or drawdown. You would have been sitting on it. So let's say, for instance, you invested $1,000. Your $1,000 would now be worth $240. All right, now it came back up and it got back even higher, but do you really want to ride this all the way down to the bottom? I don't think so. Now you can see here where it's red, this took some trade. The algorithm took some trade, and then where it basically says, okay, we're betting the market is going to go down. Now you see the green ones, it says we're betting the market's going to go up. Okay. Now in this amount of time, so November of 2021 to August of 2025, So a little under 4 years, okay, this strategy has done 468%. However, if you would have bought at that same time that I put this indicator on, this time frame on, and you would have held Tesla, what would that look like for you? Well, look at this. You'd be down 18% still. All right. So, your $1,000 would be $8,200. Okay. So that's, I'm definitely not interested in this. I want to make sure that I'm getting in and out so that I'm not like stressed all the time. Right. Okay. Now this is our top performer. This is strategy. So this is MicroStrategy. Some people would say, oh, this is basically like leverage trading Bitcoin. All right, cool. Like maybe it is. So you can see here, this is the same time frame, November of 2021 to August of 2025, right? So here, the max drawdown that you would have incurred is 81%, which is actually less than Bitcoin, which is great. It's good for you. All right. Like if you would have held it, but you still $1,000 investment would now be worth 190 bucks. All right. And yes, this thing came roaring back, and did really, really well. However, you still wouldn't be up that much. You maybe like double or tripled your money since this November timeframe if you would have just bought and held. All right. Now, if you take a look here, look at what we did, because we were shorting and longing. Now look at what we did. We were shorting and longing the market. All right. And so, it goes down. We're shorting. We're betting against it. Right. And look at what the difference is here. 3,513%. And you can see right here, this is the green line. This is what our algorithm did versus buy and hold. Right. You crushed it. As soon as, the market started going down, you crushed it. And the max drawdown, 12.47%. So this is one you could probably safely leverage trade at a 2x leverage. I wouldn't go more than that. And you could have doubled this P&L, doubled. All right. So I'm not, I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, like, if you actually understand what you're doing and you have the right algorithm, this is something that could have made you in excess of 7,000%. Okay. Guys, gals, again, the link is in the description. We're going to be talking about this stuff at length. We're going to be showing you how you can participate in these algorithms, but show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and see if it's aligned for you. It's a 2-day event. It's 5 hours each day or more. We've got all sorts of really good speakers that are going to show you how you can make additional passive income so that you can dollar cost average into strategies like these and many more that we have to offer. So click that link down below, get in. Spaces are limited, and we do have an early bird special right now going on, so get with it. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.